The college professor was secretly watching an adult film. He was shocked to discover that the male lead looked exactly like himself, but he was absolutely certain he had never taken part in any filming, yet the truth was right in front of him, until he found the actor's name in the ending credits of the movie. Then he looked up Anthony's information online, and took out a photo of himself for comparison. The two of them looked like the same person. This threw Jack into deep thought. Even during his lectures in the daytime, he kept getting distracted by it, but soon he came up with a crazy idea. Jack first found the address of Anthony's company. Then he bought sunglasses to disguise himself. Finally he drove to the company. As an employee opened the door, he quickly slipped into the building. At first Jack felt really nervous, but he didn't expect someone would still recognize him.
Anthony, hey, long time no see. I couldn't tell it was you with that beard. Is that for a movie?
Yeah.
Looks like Anthony hadn't been to the office in a while. Then a security guard told Jack there was a package for him at the front desk. To avoid revealing himself, Jack grabbed the package and went back to his car. He tore open the envelope, and inside he found Anthony's home address. With this crucial information, Jack found the luxurious apartment building. He sat in the car, counting the windows with his fingers, and pinpointed Anthony's home. But he didn't go up right away. Instead he used a payphone to call Anthony's landline. But to his surprise, the one who answered was Anthony's wife. And what's even weirder, because his voice sounded exactly the same, Anthony's wife mistook him for her husband. Feeling guilty, Jack had to hang up the call, but after he got home, Jack still couldn't let it go, so he dialed the number again.
Hello?
Hello, this is Anthony. This is Anthony Claire, isn't it?
Who's calling?
That's amazing. Oh, your voice is just like mine. Do you hear my voice? Your voice is just like mine.
Anthony thought he was a scammer, and hung up on him right away, but Jack called back immediately. This time he got straight to the point, and told him what he had discovered.
I've seen 3 of your movies, and you're great enough.
But just as they were getting into it, Anthony's wife noticed something strange about her husband.
Who was that?
The woman suddenly discovered something terrifying. Her husband would lock himself in the bathroom as soon as he got home, and he would stay on the phone for 3 hours straight. She thought her husband was having an affair, but the man claimed it was just a fan of his. That answer made the wife burst out laughing, because Anthony was just a D-list actor. He barely even had lines in the movies he shot. How could he possibly have fans? It was obvious her husband was lying, but Anthony immediately fired back. He said the person on the phone was just a random man.
Are you seeing her?
Helen, I don't want to get into this.
Are you seeing her again? I don't want to get anything.
It was a man! It was a man! What do you think it was, a jealous husband?
Yeah.
This led to a huge argument between them, but what the wife didn't know at the time was that Anthony wasn't lying. The caller really was a man. He had just accidentally discovered that he looked exactly like Anthony. So driven by curiosity, he decided to dig deeper. The man kept calling him non-stop, so Anthony started researching Jack online. He found out Jack was a college professor, and one night while the wife got up, she found a note in Anthony's clothes. She opened her laptop and searched the name, and also found Jack's information. The next day she went to Jack's university, and found the man who looked exactly like her husband. At the same time Jack noticed the woman.
Everything all right? How many months are you?
6.
Never know how your day's gonna turn out. Nice day.
After Jack left, the wife immediately called her husband.
What's up, honey? Hello?
Then the wife returned home. She admitted to Anthony that she went to see Jack. She said if she hadn't seen it with her own eyes, she would never believe that two people could look exactly the same. But Anthony remained calm, because earlier that afternoon, he had already arranged a meeting with Jack at a hotel in the suburbs for the next day. Even though they both thought they were ready, they were still shocked when they met, because they looked way too alike. As the tension peaked, Anthony was the first to speak. He asked Jack to hold out his hands, and they were identical. Then Anthony unzipped his jacket, revealing a scar on his chest. He asked Jack if he had the same scar, but unexpectedly Jack suddenly panicked.
When's your birthday? This is a bad idea.
Before he left, Jack returned the letter he had taken that day, and walked out of the hotel. After calming down in the car, Jack decided to let it go, and just live his normal life. But fate had other plans. Anthony seemed excited by the whole thing, and started secretly following Jack's girlfriend. Little by little, Anthony even started having an evil idea. Just to seduce his best friend's girlfriend, the man studied a foreign language for 10 hours a day. He even quit his $1 million job, only to get closer to the woman more easily. After stalking her several times, Anthony found out where the woman worked. Then he went even further and tracked down her husband. But what shocked him the most was that the two of them looked exactly the same. This gave him the perfect setup to carry out his twisted plan. Anthony got straight to the point.
Can I ask you something, just man to man?
Did you sleep with my wife?
but Jack didn't respond at all, which drove Anthony completely insane. He thought since Jack used their identical looks to cheat with his wife, then to get revenge, he should also sleep with Jack's girlfriend.
You want me out of your life? This is what's gonna happen first. You're gonna give me your clothes and your car. I'm gonna take your girlfriend on a little romantic getaway. I'm gonna bring her back home tomorrow, and then I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna bring back all your stuff, and I'm going to disappear from your life forever. Then we will be even.
But what no one expected was that Jack actually agreed to Anthony's request. The next morning, Anthony took Jack's girlfriend and drove off for a vacation. Meanwhile, Jack pretended to be Anthony and entered the luxury apartment for the first time. After going inside, Jack didn't see Anthony's wife, so he used this time to get familiar with the layout, then changed into Anthony's clothes and waited quietly. At this point, Jack had no idea what was about to happen. He waited until evening, when Anthony's wife finally returned from work. Jack was extremely nervous, afraid he'd give himself away. Luckily, the woman didn't talk to him much. She just went straight to bed. But to hide his guilt, Jack forced himself to greet her. Since getting pregnant, she hadn't seen her husband this warm in a long time, so she was very moved.
Why don't you go to bed?
Jack pretended to be calm and laid down next to her, but he didn't take off his clothes. It wasn't until she reminded him that he revealed his thick chest hair, but her expression suddenly changed, as if she had sensed something. Sure enough, just as she turned over, she asked a chilling question.
Did you look at today's school?
Meanwhile, Anthony arrived at a hotel with Jack's girlfriend, but just as things were heating up, the girlfriend noticed something terrifying. She saw the wedding ring on Anthony's hand.
I've always had this.
Furious, she tried to leave, but while Anthony was driving, the two got into a fierce argument, which eventually led to a tragic car accident. The next morning, the news reported the crash. Anthony and Jack's girlfriend were both killed, but the strange thing was, Jack didn't seem shocked at all when he heard the news.
Helen? Helen?
That's where the movie ends. In fact, it was a film about split personality. Anthony, a D-list actor, had been out of work for a long time, but still had to provide for his family. So he started teaching part-time at a college. After his wife got pregnant, he gave in to temptation and started seeing another woman. Even though he knew it was wrong, he couldn't resist the girlfriend's charm. Eventually, he created a new persona, a teacher named Jack, to be with the other woman, while subconsciously trying to end the twisted relationship. The final car crash was actually his imagined way of breaking up with his girlfriend, and the repeated spider imagery in the film was no coincidence. In Western culture, spiders symbolize dark desires, so the more you try to suppress one desire, the more another one grows. From Jack's final expression, you can see he was completely trapped in a vicious cycle, one he may never escape from.